Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. You might hear thunderstorms and rain in the background. If you do, I apologize in advance. It's raining crazy in Houston. Anyways, we're finally going to go over my free-to-play account. I've been building it up on the lowest of keys over the course of the past 5 or 6 months around Fushuan's banner. The end of Fushuan's banner is when I made it. The reason I'm making this video is just to share my insight, the strategy that I'm doing to get through this game without spending a single penny. And this account is as free-to-play gets. There's like levels to free-to-play. There's the free-to-play player who's never missed a day, who does every single event, every single thing in the game to maximize, sorry if you heard that, to maximize their free-to-play account, which makes them like a high-tier free-to-play player, right? I am a soccer mom slash 9 to 5 free-to-play player because I'm trying to obviously upkeep my main account because I also have sponsorships to handle. I also have a daughter and a better half to spend time with, another job that I'm running. I'm a busy person. So when I play this account, generally I have probably, honestly, maybe 30 to 40 minutes a day to dedicate to it. So I don't do every single event. I'll do some if they're very important and they offer something like a self-modeling resin. I still haven't done my Swarm Disaster. I still haven't even touched Golden Gears. There's a lot of back end grind that I have to do that I'm probably never going to get to because I never have the time. So what I'm painting that context so you could know that if I'm able to clear contents with this incredibly free-to-play account, you can too. It just depends on how you're going about it. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to plug in my sponsor for today's video. Thank you to Tower Fantasy for sponsoring this video. For those of you who don't already know, Tower Fantasy is a free-to-play open world MMORPG dynamic in the gacha space, available to both PC and mobile platforms. Players can team up with their friends to fight open world bosses, and you can utilize the plethora of vehicles and relics they have available to traverse the map seamlessly. And one of my favorite features is being able to fully customize your own personal character. Now I have a question for you. Do you like mecha and do you like anime? Tower Fantasy is doing a much anticipated collaboration that is available now in 3.7 with the renowned and popular mecha anime Evangelion. And in this latest story update, you'll be teaming up with 3 of these multi-purpose humanoid decisive weapons known as the Evangelions, as well as the Very Guardians, in an all-out war against the Angels. Now, do you like playing with mechas? Because now you'll be able to serve as the pilot of the original mecha of Tower of Fantasy, an ancient piece of war equipment that has been reactivated in the battle against the Angels. Yes, you get to play with mechas. And now we're moving on to the main dish. One of the most exciting things about collaborations is being able to play with your favorite characters from the anime. This character in particular is going to be Asuka. And man, does she look sick with absolutely wicked combos. Also, along with all of this incredibly exciting news, there will be new Frontier class missions with the inspiration from the Evangelion theme. It'll be available for a limited time from March 12th to April 30th. In addition to this, there will be a new adorable little servant by the name of Pin to help assist you in battles. Just a cute little penguin overall. And finally, there's some newly specialized and refitted soul plugs that you can put on your vehicles as you traverse the map in fashion. All in all, whether you're a new player or a returning player, now's a great time to get back into Tower Fantasy, enjoy this first and splendid collaboration, while also reaping heaps of rewards such as Red Nucleus, Dark Crystals, special vouchers, and so much more. Download Tower Fantasy now with the link in the description box or the pinned comment in the comments section. So one of the first things I want to do is I just want to show you guys all the characters I'm invested in and what I might need to improve upon or something I'm missing, what's my game plan, all that good stuff. First and foremost, my go-to DPSs are these 4 right here. These are the only DPSs I use because resources are very scarce as a free-to-play player, so you want to like handpick the people you're going to build, and then the other DPSs, they kind of just get left in the back with Amber. You know what I mean? So what I like about this setup is we have a fire, an imaginary, and a quantum. And honestly, I think you need 4 elemental DPS to cover the board thoroughly. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking, oh, I need a lightning, a ice, a wind, a physical. I need every element. I need to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's not exactly the case. You know, you literally just need 4 because often at times each element is going to be paired with another element in scenarios in the MOC, pure fiction, whatever part of the game. Like for example, fire is usually paired with lightning a lot of the times. So if you have one or the other built, chances are that element will cover not having the other element. Sometimes lightning's paired with quantum or imaginary. So having quantum quantum and imaginary DPS enables you to circumvent that situation as well. So the way I see it, I could use more DPS for other elements, but I don't need them right now. I don't have to panic about that. So let's go ahead and look at the investment I have of my 4 DPS right here. Himiko and Topaz are like, you know, peanut butter and jelly. I use them two together all the time, and I like to use them with Asta and Ruan Mei. I don't worry about speed on any of my DPSs because I made the right investments in support characters, right? Asta, these two will always go twice. Dr. Ratio and QQ, I have Sparkle, Ting Yun, and Ruan Mei. All those units, those supportive units, the infrastructure is going to enable me to go twice, even though I don't have 134 speed. So it's massive. Plus, people like QQ have stuff like get 10% speed when you do an enhanced basic attack, making it even easier. Anyways, my Himiko, thanks to her trace right here, the 15%, you get a free 99 15% crit chance so long as she stays above 80% HP. So I'm sitting at 83 over 120. Now keep in mind, this is a free to play account. So my rule of thumb is hit a crit stat twice and it's a good piece. I hit crit stat twice here, that's a good piece. I even had attack percent, that's a W. I hit crit stat 3 times, this is a god piece for a free to play account. And I had attack percent and effect hit rate. Oh, that's a damn good piece. This one, I only hit it 1 time. That's a trash piece. But it does get a little more breathing room because it's a body, right? So you already have 1 crit rate value up top. So it gets a pass. Now, this piece is trash. It only hit crit 1 time, but it is usable. I really got lucky with attacking. What the hell? I really was hitting the jackpot though. So this piece is not trash because it also has attack percent and effect hit rate. It's actually a pretty damn solid piece. That said, my Himiko can use an attack percent boot. I need to grind it, I just don't feel like it. She could use an attack percent boot just because I have her at E1. I lost my 50-50 to Sparkle to a Himiko, but then in the next 10 pull, I got Sparkle. I got really lucky. But this is massive, this right here, because Himiko gives herself a 20% speed boost when she does her follow-up. You can totally put an attack percent boot on her and she'll still be able to go twice because you're running Asta on the team. You can potentially go 3 times if you run a speed boot, though I will say that. It depends on investment. She's rocking a free to play light cone, relics, here's her traces, and yeah, she's E1. So that's my Himiko. My Topaz is pretty much the exact same in terms of crit rate to crit damage. She's rocking a light cone I lost a 50-50 to on the standard banner. I got 8, 8, and 7. I did show this, right? 8, 8, and 8. Everyone stays around the 8 mark. Free to play account, resources are scarce. We can't afford to crown anybody. But relic wise, she's looking kind of similar. That piece is garbage. This piece is decent. It hit crit value 2 times, so it's decent. This one is, yeah, it's all right. It has attack percent at least. This one hit crit twice. Good piece. Fire, that's trash. And that is decent. Yeah, that's good. That's a good piece. So moving on to Dr. Ratio, we just unlocked the story mode to grind this out. And it's actually not too bad. We got, look at that. We got 2 crit value there, 2 crit value there. No crit under there, but at least we got attack percent and effect hit rate. That's good for Dr. Ratio. I'm not going to grind that domain anymore because it's not a priority right now. This set's more than good enough. 2 crit damage there, that's nice. 2 crit damage there, really nice. And then 2 here. Yeah, so my Dr. Ratio, bro, as a free-to-play player, this is solid, man. And we have this at S5. We have guaranteed crit chance if they drop below 50%. And if they don't, we're looking at 74 plus another 4 from this set right here, 78 plus another 15. We're looking at 93% crit chance on our Dr. Ratio. So yeah, he's looking real solid. He also has 3,000 attack. QQ's the one who's taking the L. And the crazy thing is, look at my garbage as crit value over here. Booty cheeks. I shit you not, QQ's the strongest character out of all these characters. Next to Sparkle. She just hits like a truck. It makes no sense. I did do a little bit of investment in the light cone banner. Actually, you know what? I think I already got one of these copies or even 2 just from like doing standard banner pulls or, you know, whatever. And then I sniped an extra copy on this current light cone banner. So we got it to S3, which is nice. And it's a very good light cone on QQ, especially if you're free to play and you manage to get a couple copies. This is absolutely worth investing in. It's better than the one she's rocking, and it's even better than the Pinacone light cone. This shit is cracked, man. But yeah, especially considering that I don't have any crit damage, this was massive for my QQ. These are her traces right here. Her Eidolon, I need the final one. God, please come home. I'm probably gonna gamble a 10 pull before the Sparkle banner ends and try to get one more copy. I really hope I can, because this is so huge with skill point management. And then finally, relics. Dog water. Yeah, that one, that's the only relic I have that's any kind of decent. That's the only one. This one, Dog Water. Actually, you know what? This one ain't too bad either, because this is a, yeah, it has attack percent and crit damage. This actually ain't bad. Okay. These are the only two though, for real. These are the only two. This one, Dog Water. This one, Dog Water. This one, Dog Water. This one, Dog Water. So I have 4 garbage relic pieces that I have to grind up more for my QQ. That said though, as she's so strong that she still just, not obliterates, but she mauls down all the content that I put her in. So she's one of those units that you can get away with having a crappy build on. She's still gonna pop off. All right, anyways, infrastructure for supports. First of all, these two get used for pure fiction. I need to do a better job bringing them up. I need to bring them up for real and invest in them, because those are my pure fiction units. This guy's never gonna get used, Dan Hung. And Clara, I need to build her up, but I just don't have the resources. Like, guys, I shit you not, half the battle as a free to play is just not having the resources, bro. That's pretty much it. That's half the battle. The other battle is like relic RNG, which honestly, even relic RNG to a degree ain't that bad. Now, these are my supports plus a Ting Yun. Obviously, I can only fit 4 people on the screen. Plus a Ting Yun, this is all you need. The only problem I'm running into right now, again, I made the right moves, picking up Sparkle and Ruan Mei to the point where now, man, my support infrastructure is solid. But now what I need is a 4th Harmony Path light cone. I'm not building these 2 up. They're not worth the investment when I know I can get another copy of Dance Dance Dance, or another copy of Memory of the Past, or I can just pick up Bronya's light cone from the shop. Only need 4, that's it. And I'm not picking up 2 light cones that are temporary when my resources are scarce. It's just not happening. Now you have these free to play copers who will always try to tell you that Cogs is worth it. No, it's not. That defense is horrendous. I am not going to make my Harmony unit have horrible defense just so I can get 8 energy back. It's not worth it. So I'm just going to continue taking the L on only having 3 Harmony light cones, even though I have 4 Harmony characters that I utilize. And we'll just swap out that 4th Harmony character for Pella. She's my go-to. We did get good luck on this account and sniped the Dance Dance Dance. We also sniped, where's it at? Where's it at? There we go. We also sniped this bad boy right here. These are 2 massive account values right here, man. Dance 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 and this bad boy here, Shines as a Pearl. Since we have those 2, it's huge for my account supportive wise. So that's what my supports are looking like. They're all 70, 70, 80, 70, and then my Ting Yun is also 70. I need some more Traverse Hacker Set grind, but for the most part, guys, I don't try to do anything crazy on my free-to-play account. Get them to 134 speed, and if they get higher than that, like Asta, cool, but other than that, get them to 134 speed, call it a day. 194 crit damage, she looks good. She has good effect hit rate going into battle. She has 61 thanks to her own passive. Ruan Mei, she's just rocking as much break effect with an incredibly mid Ruan Mei build, but because she's Ruan Mei, I can get away with it, right? So she's at 220 break effect, 240 actually when she goes into battle. 240, she's not rocking energy recharge, completely fine. This gets the job done. Those are my supportive units. My Ting Yun is E5. She's almost E6. I just got to get that final copy. Her traces are looking pretty good. We've only focused on this. And in trace investment on these other units, 8, 8, and 8, 8, 8, or 8, 4, and 6, and then 8, 8, and 8 on Sparkle. Sparkle pretty much like butchered my resources, but it is what it is. It was 100% worth it. Now, sustain wise, my sustains are almost non-existent. We have Lynx, Bailu, and then we have the Fire Trailblazer. I am skipping Acheron on this account because I have so much follow-up synergy. I'm gonna wait for another follow-up synergy unit to come out. They happen to be a sustainer. They're gonna come right here, and they're gonna permanently fill one of my slots on my compositions. I'm skipping Acheron on this account, but let's be clear, it's not a God's chance in hell I'm skipping Acheron on my main account. I'm picking her up and probably her signature light cone too. But sustain wise, I'm one of those players that has a lot of insight into the game, so I don't really need sustains. But if you're the average free-to-play player, you probably do need sustains. And if you know what you're doing, Bailu and like Lynx, it really is enough, but they are much more annoying to play with versus having Fu Xuan, Lorcha, and Scooby-Doo. Those 3 are light years ahead of these 2 characters. But for me, they're gonna continue being utilized until I get the final sustain that's a follow-up synergy. And then I'm just gonna swap out between Lynx and Bailu depending on the scenario. The Fire Trailblazer is probably just never gonna happen, I'll be honest with you. Now, that's pretty much everyone. Pure Fiction, I need to build these 2 characters up 100%. They're so freaking good in Pure Fiction, it's actually insane. But other than that, let's look at the 3 teams I use to clear all the content that I'm trying to clear in the game. I use this team for my QQ, and I sub out Ting Yun for like Pella often at times. I do want to use Hanya, but I need more investment in her. But those 3, this is a role that you can replace with Pella or Hanya depending on situation. These 2 pretty much stay the same. I always use this comp. I don't even run a healer on this comp. It's so strong with Ruan Mei and Asta that these 2 just mow down all the content when they're weak to fire. And then finally, for the other comp, my doctor ratio. My doctor ratio, you can put a Ting Yun right here. It doesn't have to be Sparkle. It depends on your account. If you don't own Sparkle, put Ting Yun right there and it'll get the job done. You can even run an hyper buff doctor ratio composition where you're doing like Ting Yun, Pella. Actually, no, that's not worth it. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd still go Sustain. Yeah, free to play wise, Sustain 100%. Because your other accounts, I mean, your other like team is gonna need that Ruan Mei 9.9 times out of 10. So these are the 3 teams I use though. They get the job done. We're gonna work on getting a 4th team eventually, but for now, that's what I have on my account. Now let's move on to how I use my stamina. So stamina wise, as things stand right now, I'm just trying to work on light cones. My light cones, like look, level 60 out of 70, level 70 out of 70. He just got him there. He's good. Planetary rendezvous, level 50 out of 60. I need light cone investment desperately. So I'm probably going to spend more time grinding out light cone resources, which is gross because I don't want to do that, right? Look, this is 78 out of 80, but I need it. Like this level 66, I need light cone resource investment. That's what I've been doing with my stamina. Once I take care of building up all my light cones, the next thing I'm going to do is just spam relic grind. And the other thing I generally do is I make sure everyone's level 70 plus, level 70 plus. If I give them to level 70 plus, they're good to go. They don't have to go to 80 unless there's somebody who scales really hard off of leveling break effect characters, which I don't run that on this account. So after I do light cones, I'm then going to transition into more relic grind, and I'm probably going to start getting a little bit more investment into my links. I want to build up Lynx just because she's the ultimate free-to-play healer. If I put her up to 80 and invest in her heavily, I'll always have a free-to-play healer to fill out on one side of the MOC, and nobody can ever argue that I'm not using a free-to-play account because I have a goddamn Lynx. That's how my mind works on that. Now, apart from what are you doing with regards to events, guys, I scrape by with events. Like this event expires in 2 days. I haven't touched it. This event, I haven't touched it. I need to so I can get my free character selection and choose Asta. I have so many events that I have to do, and often at times, again, I only do them when they really need to be done. Like this one here is giving a self-modeling resin. I'm 100% going to get around to doing this event. There's no way I'm missing out on a self-modeling resin. In terms of the, let's go over here to Forgotten Hall or Simulated Universe. In terms of the Simulated Universe, I have so much grind to do on Swarm Disaster. It's not even funny. Like where do we go to even look at the rewards? Look at all these rewards. I need to do all of that eventually. I just never have the goddamn time. Like I never have the time, not with the time that I have to spend on so much other things I have going on in my life. But like there's a lot of rewards to be, you know, acquired from Simulated Universe alone. In fact, if I come over here, dude, I still have to do what, 3, 4, and 5. And then there's just a bouquet of fucking awards, a bouquet. But there really is. I haven't even touched Golden Gears. I still need to do Golden Gears. Now, I never miss regular Simulated Universe. I always knock that out. I'm trying to build up my freaking QQ while in the process getting a bunch of broken kill sets. But I almost never have any time for events. I almost never have any time for Simulated Universe endeavors. But I want to be clear. That's because I'm managing a whole nother account, a whole nother business. Yeah, I have a lot of goddamn things I have going on. But if you're somebody who all you're doing is playing one account and you have like 2 hours a day, yeah, you do not want to skip out on Swarm Disaster. You do not want to skip out on Golden Gears. And dude, doing your MOC and your Pure Fiction, this shit does add up, especially now that they're giving out self-modeling resin. Like right now, I'm on floor 7. I'm not even stun locked here. I just haven't had time to push further. Hell, I almost forgot about this. You know how you can like click over here to this other side to do quests or events that never go away, the permanent events? I haven't done any of these either, and these add up, you know? So like if I ever like was serious about the free to play account and I really wanted to, you know, step the game up on it, there's a lot of just upfront grind and things to do, but I never get around to it. So I wanted to explain that to y'all just so y'all could see, even with my incredibly like, man, soccer mom mentality with regards to playing this free to play account, I'm still getting some pretty good progression. And all I'm doing is just making sure I spend my daily stamina, stay consistent as I can. I've missed a lot of days, but I am relatively consistent with spending stamina. I try to push pure fiction and MOC. Right now, I think honestly, if I give it a good deal of effort, I can probably get to like floor 11, somewhere around there. Maybe floor 12. I don't know. I might have to go live and just do that on stream and see where we can go with that. But for the most part, I'm able to get the majority of the rewards from both of them, even though I don't have a lot of investment in this. I try to stick to story progression, main MSQ, main story quests. I try to stick to that as much as possible and stay up to date with that. But everything else, all the other things that come with playing a gacha game, yeah, I pretty much take an L on a lot of that. And I've still been able to build up my characters. I got Sparkle, Ruan May, Topaz, you know, free Dr. Ratio, getting another free character here soon in this 1-year anniversary. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job maintaining a free-to-play account with ease and not even like feeling like I can't play the game. I don't feel like that at all. In fact, if anything, I'm just not playing the game to a fair degree of time, right? I'm a gamer. I can't really say I'm a gamer. I'm playing a game 30 minutes a day. And that's not me putting pressure on you. If that's all you have, that is all you have. I hear you. I'm just really more so speaking to myself. I do have a Twitch, twitch.tv/gachasmack. I'm going to be streaming on my free-to-play account more often than not because I do want to start making free-to-play content. It's good and challenging content, most importantly, and I'm having a lot of fun because I'm playing with characters I don't play with on my other account. I don't own Himiko, and I'm not building up QQ since I have her on this account. Furthermore, I'm going to pick up Evangelion on this account. I might not pick him up on the main account. We'll see. So yeah, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. This is Gacha Smack's free-to-play account. Take care, peace, love, and happiness, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.